In a magnificent kingdom filled with sparkling fountains, colorful gardens, and grand palaces, there lived a king and queen who had everything except a child. For many years they prayed beneath the stars, hoping for a miracle. Then one joyful day their wish finally came true. A beautiful baby girl was born, and they named her Princess Leila. The king and queen loved Leila more than anything in the world. They never wanted her to feel sadness or discomfort. If she wanted a toy, she received 10. If she admired a dress, an entire wardrobe was made for her. Servants did everything for her, from brushing her hair to picking up things lying at her feet. As the years passed, Leila grew beautiful, but she also became spoiled, impatient, and selfish. She expected everyone to obey her and rarely appreciated their kindness. Yet there was one thing everyone admired about the princess: her long golden hair that shimmered like sunlight. Leila was proud of it and believed nothing could ever outshine her beauty. Everything changed on her 16th birthday when a new maid arrived at the palace. Her name was Mia. She was gentle, hard-working, and kind to everyone she met. But what truly caught everyone's attention was her extraordinary silver-blue hair. It flowed like silk and sparkled beneath the moonlight as if tiny stars were hidden inside it. At first, Leila simply stared in amazement, but soon admiration turned into jealousy. Wherever Mia went, people whispered about her kindness and beautiful hair. Even the king and queen complimented her. Every compliment felt like a thorn piercing Leila's heart. Days passed, and Leila became obsessed. She tried expensive oils, magical perfumes, and rare beauty treatments, hoping her hair would shine brighter than Mia's. Nothing worked. The more she failed, the more she became jealous. One evening, unable to control her envy any longer, Leila invited Mia to a forgotten chamber deep inside the palace. For the first time ever, she spoke kindly to her maid. Mia was surprised, but followed her without question. Inside the room, Leila offered her a sweet red drink. Hidden within it was a powerful sleeping potion. Mia hesitated. Why was the princess suddenly being so kind? But refusing a royal command was impossible. Slowly, she drank. Moments later, her eyes became heavy and she fell asleep. Leila's hands trembled as she picked up a pair of golden scissors. For a moment, she almost stopped. Then, jealousy won. One cut, then another. The beautiful silver-blue hair fell to the floor. The next morning, Mia woke up and touched her head. Her long hair was gone. Tears filled her eyes. The entire palace was shocked. Who could have done such a cruel thing? Leila quickly blamed several servants. Innocent people were punished, while Mia suffered silently. She never accused anyone and continued her duties despite her heartbreak. But someone had witnessed everything. High above the kingdom lived a magical fairy who had seen Leila's jealousy and Mia's sorrow. The fairy decided it was time for the princess to learn a lesson she would never forget. That very night, while Leila slept peacefully, a mysterious golden light filled her room. The next morning, a terrified scream echoed through the palace. Leila rushed to her mirror and froze. Her beautiful golden hair had vanished. In its place were uneven, dull strands. For the first time in her life, she understood what Mia had felt. The palace erupted into chaos. Doctors, healers, and royal magicians were summoned. Expensive potions were poured. Rare oils were rubbed into her scalp. Nothing worked. As if that wasn't enough, Mia's hair began growing back. Day after day, it became even longer, brighter, and more beautiful than before. Leila grew angry, then frustrated, and finally afraid. One night, the fairy appeared in her dream. "The curse will remain forever," the fairy said, "unless you confess the truth." Leila woke trembling. For days she tried to ignore the warning, but every time she looked in the mirror, she remembered Mia's tears. At last, something inside her changed. For the first time, she walked through the palace without her crown. She apologized to the servants she had wrongly blamed. She apologized to her parents. Then, with tears in her eyes, she went to find Mia. The room fell silent as Leila stood before her. "I was jealous. I cut your hair. I lied, and innocent people suffered because of me. I am truly sorry." For several seconds, Mia said nothing. Leila feared she would never be forgiven. Then Mia gently smiled. "I forgive you." At that moment, a warm golden light filled the room. The fairy's magic had been broken. Leila's hair slowly returned, shining brighter than before.